My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. Eurozone on the brink. This is the title of an op-ed today by Roger Altman, former Assistant Secretary of Treasury under Bill Clinton. Eurozone on the brink. In this article, he talks about how we are at the precipice of a 2008-style Lehman Brothers collapse. And it's going to be centered in Europe, and it's going to be because of sovereign debt, and it's going to wreak havoc in global financial markets. Why is this news coming out now? None of this is new. You know, the Eurozone crisis has been going on for the last 4 years. Why is this being released now as being imminent? This ultimate collapse, this ultimate global collapse of the financial system due to sovereign debt. Why are we being scared by this now? Well, I've been saying for quite some time, and others have as well in alternative media, that the job in the United States, that was done. That was handled in 2008, 2009. With this extraordinary legislation, with this extraordinary power that has been given to our central bank, we see a complete and total banker takeover inside this country. This is why we are fed this nonstop diet of a do-nothing Congress, because they can't do anything unless it's dictated to them by these financial elites. This is why we go with a very few institutions making up about 40% of the economy pre-crisis to well over 50% of the economy post-crisis. We call them too big to fail. But now they're not only too big to fail, they are the economy. And they have plenty of cash and plenty of guarantee to make sure that the legislation that they help write is legislation that benefits them and loads up the people of this country in more and more debt. That is why we went from $9 trillion in debt pre-crisis to nearly $16 trillion now, outpacing our GDP of $15.1 trillion. So when Altman comes out delivering some truth, you have to ask why. Well, there is a reason. Because he has a solution. It's a three-point solution. One, we need to set up a bigger rescue fund for Europe because the European stability mechanism is far, far too small. We need a bigger, more robust mechanism in order to guarantee these banks don't fail. Two, centralize the mechanism. We need to have a central mechanism to make sure these banks are they're not going to go under, so credit markets won't freeze. Centralizing power, where we've heard this before. Number three, his solution is to have a European TARP to make sure that these banks are well capitalized so people don't take their money out of these banks, so they don't have bank runs. This is the same exact jargon we heard in this country, the United States, in 2008, 2009 that is ongoing to this very day. It's real simple. You break down government, you break down sovereignty, you give power to bankers, bankers write laws that benefit bankers, you end up holding the debt. $15.7 trillion as I make this video, according to nationaldebtclock.org. Just over $9 trillion pre-crisis. $138,000 to every taxpayer in this country is the national debt. Now, are the people of this country receiving this benefit? Well, you might think so, especially since numbers come out showing that a record number of U.S. households are now on food stamps, but in reality, they're also at a record low for the benefits that they're receiving. We have more and more people falling off the unemployment rolls, becoming non-persons, and we have bankers becoming more and more wealthy. This is a setup, it is a con, and we will fall for it. We will fall for it and swallow the bait, just like the majority of the people in this country did in 2008. But let me tell you something, this is what I truly believe. This crisis isn't going to be unleashed and then pulled back and pretend we're going to see green shoots. They're going to go for broke. You will seize the credit markets of the world if you let sovereign debt fail inside of Europe. When this occurs, we will have an outcry from Europe, an outcry from Wall Street, an outcry from so-called financial geniuses in this country, begging central bankers to step up and to issue more fiat currency. The problem is, if you're sitting here watching this video and you have a 401k or savings or dollar shoved into your mattress, every time the Federal Reserve issues more debt as their solution, they gain more power, you lose more value. Stories are attached. That's all I got.